So poor old gold has been left out of the works. Everything, all the attention's going into that good old Bitcoin. But you guys that are in the metals and also the miners, you know what? I think there's some exciting news coming for you guys. Just may take a little bit longer and may have to hold on to the your pants for a while. So let me share with you what I'm seeing right now with the good old metals and the mining. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, $7. My trading course that I'm doing a bit of a $7 sale. So grab it while it lasts. Link in the description. You can see all the details there. If you need help, guys, get the $7. And by the way, if you don't even believe it's worth the $7, let me know. I'm happy to refund you and you can keep the trading course as a way of saying thank you for trying it out. Go get the help you need. So, metals and miners. Poor old metals and miners in this whole time of digital, right? It's like gold says, everyone's just forgetting gold. I truly believe that gold will be an extraordinary winner, right? I believe we're going to see by the end of this decade, guys, I believe we're going to see a 3,000 plus gold. You see what I just said? By the end of this decade. It's like, good one, John. I'd like to see that, right? It's like a good old, and I'm laughing because I'm thinking, I'm just listening to myself say that because it's just like, I say end of this decade, but probably going to be over the next from now through to 2025, you know what I mean? So I do see a 3,000 plus gold coming. The hard thing with gold, right, is that we've been going through a bit of a slump here. Now, here, with what I'm seeing right now when it comes to gold being in a slump for a while, it's just really interesting to see what is next and what's next for gold coming up. You know what I mean? So let's actually look at this here. So let me actually see if I can see anything coming into play. So I can see that there's actually a major significant trend line, because we actually even may break down. Like, I am cheering on gold. Let's go gold. Let's go. And I believe that let's go gold, let's go will be in place, right? We will see that I believe we're going to see some really big upward movement. But the short-term volatility, I'm just looking at this shorter-term sort of swings here, and I can see that there's a major significant trend line coming through there. Let me see if I can, is there something else going on? Or actually, if I take that off the screen now. Oh, okay, so that's actually going on right now. Oh, look at that. Oh, isn't that a sexy beast? Look at that, right? So I was just doing this with you guys, watching me firsthand, right? It's like now, and all I did was just connect these major lows through here, because I know that if gold breaks, we're probably likely to find a significant support through there. And then I just create the parallel trend line, as you guys just saw. And then I found that there's a significant, this whole level through here is pretty strong. So if I go back to my daily charts now and squeeze my daily charts up, you can see where we're looking at, and that whole area through there is really significant. So it's going to be really interesting to see when is gold going to finally make its move? When are we going to finally see that? For you OG people, or for you old folk that have been watching for a while, when is Donkey Kong gonna wake up? Guys, tell me when is Donkey Kong gonna wake up? For you guys that are new and watching me only for the last few weeks, Donkey Kong to me is like, it's getting ready, right? Donkey Kong actually went and saw Bitcoin. He forgot gold. But Donkey Kong's coming to town. All right. So anyway, guys, just have faith. Poor old gold, right? Gold's been left out, but as this inflation continues to do its thing, do not forget about gold, because gold could be an incredible opportunity in this foreseeable, next 3 or 4 or 5 years in the markets there. Move over now through to silver, and if I bring up silver for the longer term, there's nothing really too clear here with silver. We did make a significant low point through here, so I can say, okay, let's actually just draw a trend line from there to there. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I want to do from there to there. And that's actually a significant line that I know that would be valid in the markets. And I'm going to create a bit of a parallel trend line to see if I can. Let's actually see. I'm just doing this live on the spot, of course, guys. So let's actually do this here. I'm just trying to make sure that I get a significant line that's more valid in the eyes of the technology, the techno sort of bases there. You know what? So it's probably going to be through that level through there. And then let's just delete that. And that's actually the same angle, right? Yeah, so that's definitely coming through there. Do we have something else going on through here? So maybe that's a significant sort of channel that the market's in right now. And if I just sort of maybe just bring this out through to there, somewhere through there. So maybe that's going to be a significant sort of channel that the market's in right now. Again, we'll have to start to see as this thing starts to play out, you'll be able to see whether this is pretty valid or not. It's just because I'm using this last low point through here, this could easily break down. But if we do start to fill in through here, we're probably going to start to make some significant waves in silver here. And once again, we definitely do have a strong sort of resistance through there. And we're in a bit of a box right now. So if I go back to my daily chart, you can see what's sort of working out through here. We definitely do have a good V bottom formation. So it's going to be really interesting. Do we get a higher low here? If we do get that higher low through here, traders, then I do believe if we do get some sort of higher low through here, especially around that sort of 50% or less in the market, say 50% or less in the market. So with this one through here and this one through here, right? So this pullback through here. So there's 50% or less. That's the key I'm looking for to see whether we do bounce off, because we've had a big sort of, if you look at the market from a strength point of view, okay? From a strength point of view. So you can see here that we actually had a strong move down and a strong move up. Are we about to get this and then that? If we do, and we start to break past 25, then there's a real good probability we're probably going to start a new trend back towards 28, and then possibly and maybe we're going to start to see maybe even like a $40 or $50 silver coming into play, which is this sort of level up through here somewhere. So maybe this is going to be the interesting thing to see what's happening there with gold through there, traders. So really interesting. And yeah, it's really, really, really interesting to see what's going on through there. Let's have a look at the GDX here. Stuff that I'm looking on the GDX right now. You can see I've been doing some pretty awesome stuff through here. Give yourself a pat on the back for that. And awesome stuff. There you go. Let me actually see. I'm just trying to see if there's any significant lines that I'm not seeing right now. So I definitely just see that there's probably... Is there something going on through there? There's probably something going on through there. I'm definitely getting a pickup through there. Is there something else that is this another angle that I'm seeing? Ah, interesting. Look at that. Isn't that just, I love how well that works, traders. Look at this here, right? So I've just drawn a trend line, and all I've done is I'm just trying to, where's my eye right now is I'm picking up this point through here, and I'm trying to pick up a lot of bounces, and I noticed that, especially right here, we definitely see how this week came down and bounced off here as well. So I'm trying to get that bounce as well. If I delete that off the screen right now, and let me just delete you off the screen here for a minute. What I'm looking at is I'm like, okay, then that's actually a pretty strong angle where we are. Because if we go back to the daily charts and squeeze up, you'll be able to see, let's go back to that point through there. So you can just see what I'm looking at. You can see how the market actually flushed down, then came back up, and then created the small little high low, and then started up. So we know that that trend line's pretty valid. So if I bring it up through there, I definitely do see, and then we create another parallel trend line and we bring it up through here somewhere. Look how valid that is. Isn't that amazing, guys? Look at this here, right? So we have this starter point through here, and look at that angle. It's connecting all through there as well too, all through there, resistance, support, and even support recently as well too. How amazing is that? Just absolutely just amazing, isn't it? These angles in the markets. Longer term levels, guys, work amazingly well in the markets. And so that's what I'm looking at through there. I wonder if there's actually something else going on through here as well. We've definitely got that there. What about, oh my goodness, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing, traders? Like, I've just created a trend line from the bottom here. I created the parallel trend line. The exact same angle is the exact same angle gold right now has been creating through here, which has been very valid in this market. I created the exact same angle and I picked up this high here, which also connected that high here. I just think that's amazing, guys. I really do. These are what you call parameters in the market, in the trading course. There's the first section. There's more about what goes into a good trader. So what makes you a good trader in that $7 trading course. But then I go through the chart reading stuff, and then I really talk a lot about these parameters of what I'm talking about here. So if you like this sort of stuff, grab that $7 trading course. And so we can see that this is really holding a lot of the reason why you can see the reason why we got a lot of bounce there, right? It's pretty amazing. So looking at this here, we can see we got a pullback. So if I go back to my daily charts now, and there's a lot of trend lines on here, I know. I like to keep things really, really simple, but looking at this here, I'm looking at the GDX right now, and the big key for me right now is to see whether we are getting a strong move down and a strong move up. So we are getting that. Excuse me. And now we're getting a pullback out of the market. Does it find support and do we start an upward trend? If so, this downward trend that's been in place right now is probably likely to be coming to an end, especially this strong this is what's called a two strength moves. Okay, the market goes through price and time phases. Price is where the market's moving. Time is when it's not, it's just doing nothing. Time, so on and so forth, right? So we're having two sort of price phases through here. Now we're getting a bit of a pullback here, which could be time. And if we change trend, then we could start to see this thing maybe and possibly breaking out and start to make its way back up towards the top of the trend line here. So very, 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 very good sort of strong formation when we're coming out of the GDX through there, traders. And the GDXJ is also doing something really similar as well too. Why don't I just do some really good funky dunky trend lines for you? In fact, one thing I have, traders, isn't this amazing? I'm looking at this chart right now, and all I did, right, so look at this here. See how that's the exact same angle? All I did was connect this high point through here and this high point through here. And all I did was just connect these low points through here, right, like so. And see how this market, just a lot of support. Look at this here. Bouncing. Look where it bounced right there and then came back up. I just find that so fascinating. But what I also find fascinating is this. Look at this here. Notice we had a move down and we've had a very, 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 very strong move up. And now we're getting a bit of a pullback. Do we get some sort of high low? And is this the start of a nice move up out of the markets there? Very, 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 very interesting. Let me see if I can, let me bring up the weekly chart. Traders, looking at, especially on the weekly chart on the GDXJ, I'm noticing this point through here. Notice how we actually had a strong move up and now we're getting a very sort of weak, this is a very, very, what we call a weak movement on the downside. Call it a bull flag or whatever you want to call it. But as long as the market doesn't, as long as we don't get something like this, if we do, we're probably likely to see a movement on the downside. Then this is probably going to be a very, very big springboard because we've had a lot of sort of sideways trades through here. If we start to get that, it's probably going to be a bit of a springboard to see some really significant moves, especially in the GDXJ market through there. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that I can identify, and that'll be the level through there. I'd have to use that level through there as that level. We got, let me just bring that through there, right? So that's probably more through there, I would say. Is there any sort of levels through here that I can see? That's definitely also a conjunction level. It's not really respecting it here at the moment, so we'll leave that alone. So we can see that's what's happening right now. So to me, guys, look at this here. Come back down. We did create a significant high, and now we're pulling back through here. So it'd be really, and now we're creating this sort of potentially sort of a bottom through here, especially on the daily charts. This daily chart's over here. All right, software is not working. Come on, there you go. There you go. All right, cool. So this actually could be the start of something really, really, really good. Let's have a look at the silver mining stocks. And let's actually see if there's any sort of longer term trend lines that we can see here. So let's actually just draw it from there through to, I'd have to say through there. Right, so I'm just trying to find, so I'd have to use that level. Let's actually just see, what did that do on the daily charts? Okay, yeah, look at that there. Look at it. See, came up, came down, bounced off it, and then continued up. So that's actually a pretty valid trend line. Let me actually see if there's anything else that I'm seeing through, possibly through there as well too. Isn't it amazing, these angles? Like, it's not exactly 100%, but you get these angles, right? Look at the resistance back here, the support. Look at all the sort of bouncing off this level through here, and look what happened just recently as well too. And now we're getting sort of like a bit of a V bottom bounce around this area, which is quite amazing. And once again, look what's happening here. Very, very strong move down, very strong move up, and now we're getting this here. So if we get that, guess what? We're probably likely to make a very, very nice move back to the upside when it comes to the silver mining sector there. So this is obviously looking at just the GDXJ and the SIL and this stuff like that. When we're looking at different individual mining stocks, this is you got to be really careful, because like things like NEM, as an example, you can see NEM right now is actually having a very strong pullback, and we're almost making a double bottom. So that's actually looking quite weak. Where if you look at something like the Barrick Gold chart, we may be getting a bit of a, if we do get a bit of a support here, that's going to be very, very, very strong. But we're not getting, as you can see, right, just because the mining sector is doing well doesn't mean that gold is going to do well, Barrick Gold or Newcrest Mining. And like even like things like AG, which is obviously a silver company, we can see even things like AG, which is creating, again, sort of a V bottom formation. And if we do get this here, right, V bottom through there to there, and then we get a pullback once again, higher low. If we get that and we start to break, especially this significant high through here, that's going to be really, really bullish, guys. So there's a lot of good opportunities that are coming around. We just need to make sure that we just don't play, oh, well, John says the GDX looks good, so let's go start to buy NEM and Barrick Gold, and oh my goodness, the gold mining stocks are going to go crazy. That's not the truth. That's not true, right? It's not going to be all cases through there. So there we have it, traders. Hope you enjoyed today's Metals and Miners update. If you enjoyed today, then make sure you grab that $7 sale, link in description, and I'll speak to you real soon.